Welcome in. I really want to know why the chat's not loading. Yeah, welcome in. We're doing some, just, 2 card pulls for people. If they need them. Other than that, that's just what the stream's going to be today. I'm doing alright. I can't complain too much. I can't complain too much. How are we doing? Am I allowed to edit the message? No, I have to unpin it. Okay, well, because I'll have to do this again, and I'll have to, do it differently. That's actually what I need it to be instead of that, because I don't need it to be that today. I need it to be this today, because I'm doing that. Okay. I fixed it. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, that's just where I'm at. There's always going to be no noise. I'm right next to a, whatever it's called. They sell dirt bikes and stuff of that nature, and they're always running down the road testing them, so there's always noise happening. It's not very favorable, but it's what it is. But yeah, today we're just doing 2 card pulls and donation stream again. And that's all we're doing for this one. Not too many things to talk about, so I just felt like doing this. Well, was more called to do this than felt like doing it. I just felt like doing it now. What else do I need? I guess that if it's needed. I'm not sure if it's needed. Yeah, how are we all doing? What's going on everyone's day today? Because I'm not going to be doing too much other than this. I might start working on the tarot class for a minute. depending on how long it takes for someone to pop in or request on that. I mean, it shouldn't be long. I'm always being asked to do something like that. So I can actually see what I'm doing here. More supportive part. I think even there's not really a supportive part of this bed anymore. Let's see. No, I haven't experienced anything called that. Alright, I'll watch it whenever I have time, for sure. Oh, shit. Why did I jump off the beat that way? How's my day today? It was alright. It was alright. It's alright today. There's that done. Nice. Alright. I am done doing that. It's so odd that right now no one's coming in asking for a reading whenever I can get bombarded by that every other day. That's like actually hilarious. I don't know why that's happening, but I'll just let it be. I guess everyone just wants to try and like argue or debate with me, which is not going to happen, unfortunately for them. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's like really weird. Like, it's like I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't like talking politics. I don't involve myself in politics at all. That's like one subject I don't like mess with at all. It doesn't really like do anything really. I used to have a friend who was like, that's all they would talk about was politics, and I actually hated them for it at the time being. I could not stand them. It was every day I would wake up and they'd be like, "Did you hear about this?" And I just would not give a fuck. And it was in the days where we'd be smoking, where I would like used to smoke, and he would just non-stop talk about it, and I would just get really pissed off and be high at the same time because of it. Literally a buzzkill. They would invite their friend over, and that's all. They would be double it, because their friend would only talk about it, politics too, and it was just like, that's all you would hear. I never really heard anything else out of that dude's mouth except for something political. It was really weird for like 2 years straight. And I've known him since high school, and he wasn't as bad in high school, but something about like after that, it was just. It wasn't tough. It was just annoying. Like do you have anything interesting going on in your life, or are you just so focused on like what's happening externally that your personality is based off of that? Like that's what it was. It was like detrimental for him. I don't know. I don't get it. I never got it, honestly. I mean, that was him. I was just annoyed about hearing it. I didn't personally. Nothing political affects me in any way, shape, or form because I know how this game is ran. I know this matrix. I understand how it works. If anything that they do is not going to actually affect anything of anyone's actual life unless they fall for that trap and allow it to. And then you get sucked into that loophole where you become a victim of it. And it's like, it's because of your focus on it. And I don't play that game at all. I refuse to. No, dude wasn't in college or anything. He had no job on purpose. He didn't drive on purpose. He literally had no actual purpose in life. He was just upset and mad that he wasn't getting free government money. That was just it. He was just really into politics and just doing that. And I just didn't get it. Like you're laying down, not doing anything on purpose, and then complaining that your life is shit. I don't know how to help you. I really don't. I don't know what your thought process is. I don't get it. I don't. That's not for me. You should probably do something. So then he went into gambling, and then complained about how gambling was rigged. And then I could not handle it. Could not handle it. He was a very estranged individual, needs help truly, but refused every inch of help that he would receive. So I just kind of had to leave him, unfortunately. No, most people just want to argue about it. Most people want to be like, this is my viewpoint, and if you say anything else, I'm gonna call you all sorts of names and then make you feel bad. And it's like weird. And I know that no one in here would do that like currently. So that's fine. But like I personally just am distasted and disdained by it, and I just don't want to involve myself in it. I will look at it from an outside view, and I'd be like, damn, that does seem a little weird and that does suck. But you know, it's how a business is ran. Because all political politics is just schematics for their business. What can we bring up in the political world to gain more money, and to cause more distress for needs that aren't needs, but they're just wants, but we're going to create them to be needs and make them seem like they are because of the distress. It's all just a business political game. Yeah, I got you, Indigo. We're doing 2 card pulls, so we'll give you a cross. We can do that. And it is unfortunate. That's the thing. The entire world is ran like a business. Like, especially in the States, it's ran like a business, and that's why I don't really talk about it. Because if you're gonna talk politics, you have to go into the whole realm of like running a business, and most people don't do that. Most people don't want to go to that way. So it's like I can't really have a conversation or even a talk about politics when we're talking really about business tactics. You know what I mean? But anyway, Indigo, we have the King of Wands reverse. So there's some form of ideas that you're receiving from the divine that you're not really trusting. You don't really feel like they're going to work. You don't have much faith in them. Or you're not really feeling as if you can move forward with it. Regardless, these ideas that you are holding on to and having, they're not maturing. They're not able to really become something that will be of value to your rational mind to allow you to continue to pursue some things. So really focus on what you're receiving, and the ideas that you're receiving are like things around you, the lack that you have, the abundance that you have, how you're feeling, how things are looking around you. You know, your position where you're at currently is the ideas that you're being faced with. So look at those and see what you don't feel sturdy with, and allow yourself to receive some sort of information from that. And while doing that as well with the Five of Pentacles, don't allow yourself to beat yourself up about it. If you see some form of lack, like, oh, I don't have the amount of stability that I'm wanting, don't beat yourself up over it and be like, oh, I'm never going to get it. Or, you know, I'm doing all the things that I can right now. I don't know what else to do. Really focus on what could bring in more of that stability. Maybe you're needing to rest more to bring in more stability. Maybe you're overworking, and that instability from, you know, overworking has has like grouped itself into a whole gaggle of other things, and you're needing to really oversee and focus on really relaxing first and then getting those things out. But be careful while doing this, what you're doing, and seeing these ideas. Be careful not to just over talk yourself, over talk the divine inside of you that's trying to give you these ideas, so that you can move forward. Allow your feeling self, allow the feminine inside of you to actually lead the way, because in this card, even the masculine is just looking at them, barking at them, telling them to move forward, like, say, we need to do this, we need to do that, ignoring the grand picture around them where they're at. So really just stay focused on the main part, of trying to solidify more things within your life, and allowing them to like move forward. Don't get so caught up in the rationality of things. Don't try and break everything down so much. Really just focus on the things that you can build upon at this moment that's going to be most beneficial to you. That would be the advice for that. But really, just keep focus on reading your realm and seeing how that is creating feelings and creating thoughts around you or inside of you, and working with that on that level. Damn, my finger is swollen. That's an infection. Definitely take time to rest. We live in a world where the more you work, supposedly the more you're supposed to make, and that's not at all how this realm works at all. So give yourself that benefit, give yourself the rest that you're needing, give yourself the nurturing and catering that you're needing without feeling like you're being lazy or feeling like you aren't doing everything that you need to be doing. No, I don't mess with the Norse gods. I don't really talk with them. Odin sometimes tries to talk to me, and I'll let him, but I'm not really one for the Norse gods personally. But I don't like if they come to me and give me a message, I'll listen to them for sure. I just don't really do interact with them that much. Yeah, the more that you relax, the more you rest, the more open to receptivity you're being. Because when you're in resting energy, you're in your feminine energy. When you're working, you're in your masculine energy. So when you rest, since you're in the feminine energy, just negative energy, you'd be able to receive more. You're able to receive messages, downloads, whatever you're needing in that time with that. Because all your stress is really rooting from a few places, and those few places is just you not receiving something and you not giving something. And if you're not giving yourself rest, how can you receive it, right? So it's that balance that you have to work with your masculine that wants to give something and your feminine that's trying to receive. It's that balance of seeing that middle gray area of like, I need to rest, so I'm giving myself rest for this. No, it's not that it's in pain, it's just swollen. It's good. Like last night, it the it's almost healed. Like it's almost ready for me to do the next steps for it. So it's fine. This is not the first time I've had a finger infection. On this particular finger as well, I've had like 3 of them. So, um, the other 2 times I had them, um, I fixed them up really easy. I had ear infection in both my ears that I had to like doctor at home. So I know how to do all this stuff. It's not a worry. I just realized how swole. I just can't. Every time it swells up, I'm like, damn, why does it have to get so big? And it's like I know why, but it's like, damn. But it's just a little mild infection. It's nothing too bad. You can tell by the warmth of it if you like ever have an infection on a finger or anywhere. You can tell by the warmth of it how bad the infection is. Because that's a lot of just when the pus and the bacteria are forming, that's a lot of carbon monoxide that's being stashed up and stuff. So it ends up getting warmer and warmer, and the throbbing is like a deep tissue uh, healing. And I guess I don't know why I was going to say reconfiguration, but it's like a deep tissue healing when it throbs. Yeah, 2 ear infections is a crazy experience. I've had them in both ears, and I've got rid of them both. The one I had on my left ear had some scarred tissue, unfortunately, after the infection, and that's fully healed now. But I had to do some stuff for that as well to keep it healed. I feel like this is just a trial. What did I do? Epsom salt for one. I gave a lot of rest. You don't lay on the side of the head. I also did a few suction exercises where I put a towel on the ear and I put a glass of water that was like half, and I would let that suction relieve that pressure. Because really, all infections are the worst part about an infection is just the suction. What did I do to my finger? I don't know. I just woke up one day and it was infected. I have zero idea. I am a habitual nail biter. So it could have just been that, but I didn't break the skin that deep for it to do that. So it could just be that. But other than that, I don't know. It probably is just that. It's a habit, unfortunately. It's a stressful habit. I didn't know that about spider bites. Actually, I didn't know that spider bites would look like that. But yeah, we're just doing some 2-card readings for fun. Just for fun. I felt like doing it. Yeah, some people, I don't. It's just how we're. It's just how we're raised. Unfortunately, a lot of people are raised with the mindset of you're not allowed to rest because that's lazy and fear mongering and things of that nature. So it really keeps people from actually taking care of themselves and nurturing themselves. Yeah, people that say it's a deadly sin are using dogma on you. They're trying to just use the spell work of dogma on you at that point. Because that's literally 101 religious dogma right there. Because most people that would tell you that laziness is a sin are very fucking greedy or have wrath in them. From my observations, from people who say stuff like that, that's what I've observed. So they got their own issues to work through. They just want you to join their brigade of, oh, you can't do this, but let's do something. I don't know. I don't really get those people. It's just not I don't get it. Yeah, I got you. I can do it. I can do it. I can do one for you. I just seen your comment. What's going on? What's going on for your bed? Alright, let's see here. So first we have the Hierophant reverse. Now reverse could be not listening to certain rules, not listening to certain morals or things that you're going through. There could be a higher way of looking at things as well with the situation that you're ongoing. There's a higher road that is being trying to tell, that is trying to be told to you, excuse me, but you're not seeing it. It's like you're not accepting some form of keys or some form of higher energy, some sort of higher knowledge that's being sent to you about how to move forward, even with the Chariot coming out as the second card, as to move forward. So really, you're in this energy where you're able to move forward and free. You're out of a situation that you feel like you might be stuck in, but there's some form of lesson, some form of higher learning that you still haven't quite got a grip of. And it's because it might seem a bit too different from you. It might not seem like it's something that is connected with you. You need it with the Hierophant card, even with the tooth fingers there. This is a sign of peace. This is the original sign of peace. This is separation. This is peace. And it's the Kemetic symbol of that. It's where you need to become unified. So really, all you're needing to do is connect with that other half of you, whether that other half be masculine or feminine, whether you're working too much or you know, in a limbo of procrastination. Regardless, that will tell you which energy you need to lean towards. But really focus on that, so you can free yourself from it, because it is like you're away from a situation. It's just like digesting it is hard. So you're needing to become whole again. You're needing to connect to that part of you that is actually able to digest those things for you, because it's not just one part of you. You don't have to, you know, understand things in a mental realm. It's a spiritual realm as well, and that happens within the heart. That happens within the vessel. So doing some third eye or heart chakra meditations could really help you see the greater picture of how this situation is actually benefiting you, or how to leave a situation that you feel stuck in at this time. And that would be the best advice for that. But yeah, I can do a card pull. But yeah, welcome in, Quartzy. I was sorry I didn't respond to you immediately. I was obviously, I don't even know how to say sorry, but yeah, welcome in, welcome in. And you don't have to be sorry about not joining the Discord. That's okay. What's going on for Anna? What's going on for Anna? I should probably do that again too, just in case. But as well, the donations for the 2 cards aren't necessary, and it doesn't really have a limit for it. It's just, you know, if you want to donate, you can. They're just 2 cards. So right now, Anna, there's an investigation that you're needing to go through at this time. You're needing to investigate your feelings. There's something within the waters. There's something that's trying to obtain some sort of movement, that's holding some sort of solidity. Something's trying to be told to you within the heart realm, within the divine realm, within your feelings space. So really focus on that. That's what you need to do, is be very introspective at this time, because there's something that's trying to connect with you to help you move forward from a situation, and it's going to allow you to see an idea. It's going to allow you to receive, an idea that's going to boost you forward and push you out of a certain situation that you may or may not feel stuck in, or even give you an idea of how to do something differently. But regardless, there's this investigation of the feelings that you need to go through. Is something that you're doing really working out for you, or are you just allowing it to be because it's working so far? The water is yellow in the 3 of Wands, because it's related to the sun. It's sun-colored water. So there is vitality. There is a new beginning. There is a light within that water that you're trying to see, and that light is the divine trying to connect with you, so you can start off on something new, or just do something that you're continuously doing in a new manner to be more beneficial to you at this time. And yeah, I'm doing 2 card pulls. want to fall out of the deck? Why y'all falling out of the deck? Quit. I grow every day. It's what we do. Yeah, so definitely when going for a new job, definitely look for things that you're interested in. Don't fall for the illusion of, oh, I need to do this job because XYZ. Do something that's actually going to bring you joy with what you're doing. And thanks, I appreciate love the compliment on the new name. Well, proplement. Nus comp is fine. Let's, never mind. I'm not gonna break it down that word right now. My brain will explode. I guess we're gonna switch it up into multiple piles. Go for it. Go for it. Always do what is best for you at all times. Don't worry about the opinion of others or anything of that nature. Do what's going to bring you the most joy, because in retrospect, that's going to allow you to actually bring in more of the abundance. Falling asleep during meditations isn't a bad thing. A lot of people do. It doesn't mean anything, you know. If you have a dream or you get visions or you get a certain feeling while you're asleep, that's just part of the meditative state, you know. Because all meditation is getting your brain into the theta wave, so that you can see past the 3D. If you really want to do meditations in that sort of way. So you're really just bringing your brain waves down to be relaxed, and when your brain is like at a certain point, it just kind of goes off. Well, not shuts off, but it kind of just puts your body into rest. Yeah, I'm 25. I'll be 26 in October 19th. Well, you can get places by going into the astrals, you know. If you have a hard time staying awake during meditations, you can always put an intention before your meditations of, if I fall asleep, I'd want to, to show me something in the dream state, and it will take you there on its own, you know. Or if you feel yourself drifting off in that sense, you can also put that intention in there as well. Because it's not a bad thing, you know. A lot of people do it. It's just depending on how your body works at that point. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that is something. I don't really know the full reason behind that, but if I meditated on it enough, I could probably get it. But I don't really know why the Ouija boards are like that low on the age. No, we're not cooked. It's just the life we live. Your coach, welcome in, Daniel. Welcome in. Thanks. Audio Technicas, AKGs, never go wrong. Can never go wrong with a pair of AKGs. Or anything really Audio Technica, honestly. And yeah, welcome in. No, I haven't played that. I don't know what that is. But yeah, we're doing 2 card pulls. If anyone's interested in getting 2 cards, it doesn't cost anything. Donations are appreciated, but not necessary. That's what we're doing this stream. I might look it up. I might. Ouija boards are only dangerous for those that don't know what they're doing. I messed with Ouija boards when I was like 10 and 11. I literally owned one. But you just gotta know what you're doing. It's not like they're. I mean, they're only. I mean, they're as dangerous as anything, honestly. At the end of the day. No, an 8-year-old would not know what they're. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say that for certain, actually. With my life experience, I don't think I could say that for certain, because I was messing around in graveyards when I was like 7 and 8. So I don't know. It depends on whoever's. It depends on the 8-year-old. It depends on the 8-year-old for sure. And I'll get you your 2 cards. If that 8-year-old was raised in a family that did that stuff, oh, I bet they would know how to do that. They would understand how to do that real quick. But an average 8-year-old, no, definitely not. All right, so for your first card, we have the 6 of Cups reverse. there's this need of being, there's this connectivity that needs to happen. There's this mind to heart connection that you're needing to um, really move forward. There's this masculine to feminine connection internally that needs to come through. There might need to be some apologies said to self. There might need to be a less strict mindset that you have, strict mindset that you have that needs to be lessened or loosened up. But regardless, there's a disconnect between the mind and the heart right now, which is causing things not to really work out the best. With the Nine of Cups reversed, there's this wish unfulfilled. There's this genie inside of you that's not being able to create what you're desiring at this time because of that disconnect. So really take time to focus on why you're unable to follow through with your heart. Why is your mind leading you further through things than your heart? Why are you in this energy where you're trying to create things to come to you rather than you coming towards yourself at this point? Because this is creating a reality that's very friction. It has a lot of friction in it. It's causing a lot of back and forth within your reality because of this mindset, because of this heart set space. It's not that your heart needs to go to your mind, but your mind actually needs to go towards your heart. It can't enter your heart because because your heart's a pure place, but it needs to listen to that side of you to truly have a solid direction of where you're going to go and how you're going to do things moving forward. I mean, that's your two cards that we got. Um, Definitely. Oh, Vanessa, that was for Takara, but sure, I can get yours as well. For that, I can do one specifically for you because I didn't see that message at all. I was doing that was someone else's, but I'm glad it resonated. Why are y'all flying out like that quick? Why am I a bad shuffler? Alright, let's see. So Vanessa, right now you have the Chariot. There's forward movement that you can be making. There is an obstacle that's been cleared. There's something that you know how to do and that you're able to do at this time, and you're needing to take more advantage of that. You've already been given the scepter. There's a completion of a cycle that you're leaving right now, but there needs to be well, hold on, let me get the other card with the two pinkles. Yeah, there needs to be a decision made. It's like you're stuck between two time periods at this time. It's like you have two paths to go. You're at a crossroads. You're not sure which way to go because you're not sure how to sway um, the you don't know which way to sway on the physical. You don't know which physical path would be the best one for you. But you have the gears to move forward. You're able to move forward at any time that you're desiring to. So really, it's up to you at this point to make a choice of which path you would want to go. So it's, with you even mentioning that you are doing this introspection, just kind of focus on what you're desiring to do and why, and really focus on the why of it all instead of like the how, the when. Really focus on what's going to bring you the best choice at this time when going down these paths. And don't worry, Takara, this stream's going to be up, so it's at like 55 minutes that I did that, if you want to write that down. Welcome in, Pooja. How we doing? How are we doing? I mean, donation. It's just a donation-based thing. I'm just doing the 2 cards for whoever. You don't have to donate for it, but donations are very much appreciated, loved, and it's any amount. Um, but yeah, if you're wanting a 2 card pull, you just ask for one. I do the 2 cards, and if you can or feel like you want to donate after, you can. The donation stuff is pinned in the pinned message. But if you need me to, I can just copy and paste it again for anyone that needs it. It's not a biggie. Of course, no worries. Surprisingly, not many people get readings from me anymore, so I just kind of decided to do this. But yeah, just let me know like what you want the cards pulled on, or just in general, or whatever, and we'll set you out. Okay, so with tarot, I'm gonna have to tell you this because I'm not like other readers. When you're doing readings about someone else, it's really the other part of you that you're not experiencing and digesting. So you're not necessarily wondering about why your girlfriend is apathetic at this time. You're more wondering about why the internal feminine inside of you isn't mirroring something on the external. Um, Tarot has nothing to do, you can't really read anything about anyone externally because it's all going to relate to that querent. It's all the internal things that's going on. So we can see what we can get from that. It might not be the exact format that you're wanting it in, but when you're messing with tarot, it's all about the individual and not about the external. Most people who read tarot are just channelers that need to use the cards to get the messages out, unfortunately. So they're not even reading tarot. They're just channeling messages, and the cards are their medium or their art form to use to help them. You know, if you're gonna worry about external things, bone divination or anything of that nature would be better. Right now, with the first one is Sophia, the star, nurturing the wisdom. There is a deeper meaning to the whole breakup that needs to be seen, that needs to be kind of aware of. And with you seeing how your girlfriend is kind of apathetic at you, it might need to be something researched about you with your emotional state. Were you in a more feminine or masculine energy when in that relationship? And how are you able to almost digest that? With even with the Six of Pentacles, what have you given that relationship that you're needing to take back and give to yourself? Because it feels like there's an off balance, especially in relationships like that. There's a good way to see what energy you're in a relationship, because you'll end up not feeling confident in whatever energy that is after the breakup. So for you, it's the realm of the emotions. What emotions were you over giving in that sense in the relationship that you're trying to receive back to you? What are you trying to give yourself, even with the Pentacles, even on the physical, that you derived from this spiritual connection with them? And even if it wasn't like a spiritual relationship, like externally, and the internal, your souls were connecting and talking during that time. So it's really seeing what gave you that nourishment that is kind of being stripped away right now. The best way to really go about this, as well as with the nurturing aspect, is allowing yourself to just feel what you need to feel at this time. Give yourself that permission to feel the ups and downs right now before you can move forward. Before you do move forward, excuse me, not can, before you do move forward, just so that you're not hooked up on this energy and going forward. You know, even though it's a relationship, this could leak onto jobs, other like family members, friends, etc. Because that feeling isn't really nurtured yet. It hasn't been fully seen and learned from, and it can leach on the other things and create different problems in different areas. So really focusing on how you're needing to nurture yourself. What did you pour into that relationship again that you can give back to yourself? And I don't sell tarot cards. I'm looking for a place to make them, but I have 3 decks that I've already made. I just don't have a place or even really the funds to sell them at this time. So they're just kind of sitting around until I get that stuff set out. But at some point I will be selling them for sure. If I had a way to do them like from where I'm at, I would definitely do that, but I just don't. So I'm kind of just waiting on things to kind of become accessible. All in due time. All in due time. I forgot to put these back in the deck. Why are you sorry? What's there to be sorry about? Oh, well, I mean, there's not really a reason to say sorry, so don't worry about that. Oh yeah, so here's this. I could probably post this in the chat because this is new. But I have a link tree now that has everything like in one area. So it's no longer needing to be like put in pinned messages. Yep. It doesn't take any power to ignore and to run away. It takes true power to stand there and face. And with that power comes wisdom. And with that wisdom comes more power. And the cycle continues. Always. Oh, I appreciate it, Daniel. You're always a positive individual up in here. You're always uplifting. So there's not a reason to worry about that. I wish I knew how to like bridge the cards. That's the one thing I don't know how to do. And I don't know. It's just one of those things. The more I shuffle cards, the more I want to learn. Singing is a really good way to release. Singing is honestly one of the best ways. I cannot disagree. I can't sing with pitch, but I used to sing like all the time randomly. And when I was a child, when I'm like in the bath or something or in the shower, I would always do that. Or if I was home alone, I'd start screaming and singing in that sort of way. I don't know. Just how it be. But I want to play Geo Sprite EXO. Sound healing is super, super beneficial. It really is. Sound healing is very, very good. Why are you sad? What's going on with that? What are we talking about? I don't know. Nothing right now. This is more of a, we're just doing little like mini readings right now, like a 2-card pull reading. I don't know if that's the right, it is, okay. I'm sorry, was it a relationship or how? You know, how does it work? You just ask me, that you say a 1 or 2 card pull, and whatever. What the hell am I supposed to match? That's the weirdest capture I've ever seen. Hold on, I'm doing a capture right now, and I'm like actually confused. Anyway, that was in. They're getting, these captures are getting weirder and weirder by the day. Like what in the fuck, dude? Anyway, yeah, but what do you want a 2-card pull on? What is the? Oh, I gotta select that. Do I have to? No, I don't. But what do you want that on? And we can get that for you. I'm currently multitasking. So this should just be fine. I should be. I'm not gonna. I don't. I'll trust it. It should be fine. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is right. Oh my god. I almost had a heart attack. I thought I just messed up something really bad. If you should continue with studies and do your own thing. Okay. And donations aren't necessary, but they are appreciated. But don't worry about donating if you don't want to or can't. It does not matter. So we have the Queen of Cups reverse. So first of all, you need to focus on things that are actually going to nourish you. There's this confusion. Is the confusion is stemming? Excuse me, from not being able to actually be in a nurturable state. Like you're receiving things from the divine, you're receiving the ideas from the divine, but there's this unnourishment, there's this upset feeling, this confusion, this rivalry inside of you that's not allowing you to really see this position that you're wanting to go forth with. So really allow the divine at this time to nurture you, and you need to take time to really nurture and relax as well. When you're thinking about whether you should continue with studies or doing your own thing, really narrow it down to what would make you feel the best. And with the sun, that's when you're going to have your answer, because you already have the answer. You're already in the light. You already know what you need to do, but you're being blinded by it. You might be seeing too much things on the physical that are causing you to think otherwise, or changing your mind, or you might be putting people on pedestals that are making you change your mind. But really do what you desire to do at the time, whether that be the studies that you're doing or however. But really focus on what's going to bring you the most nurturing, the most abundance on the internal, rather than focusing on what it's going to bring on the external at this time. Really allow the divine mother to come in and fill your cup with that, because you already have the answer with you. It's just that you're a little shaky on what you should rather go with. Welcome in from Berlin. And that is unfortunate to hear about as well. I just read back and read all this stuff. But they did already show you their character. Don't let anyone of any nature or stature rip you down from where you're desiring to be. And don't worry, you don't have to donate. It's perfectly fine. But you should definitely be more focused on yourself and what's being shown to you rather than how someone else made you feel, because all that individual did, even if you know for the moments that you did feel well in, it was just showing you a part of yourself that you had deeply inside of you. um so it's very important. I appreciate, love that, thank you. Do I have to do this? Is this something that you're gonna force me to do? Do I have to do this? I'm confused now. I have to. Oh, I'm gonna have to, because you're literally telling me if I don't, then something's gonna happen. This is stupid. Boo. Why does fucking PayPal do this? It's so silly. Okay, I'm there. It's really weighing you down. Again, take time. Don't focus on making that decision right now. Allow yourself to just go within the flow of things. Really sit back and allow all the things around you to kind of give you hints of what you're needing to do. You tried hitting the link to donate, but nothing. There is no link to donate. The donation options are here. Let me get them. I'm just confused why that happened, but there we go. So let me get these again. These are the donation methods. The link tree, I don't think you can donate to that. I'm not really sure how that whole thing works. But these are the donation methods that I have. My day's going pretty well. I can't complain. How's your day going? Oh, it's great to hear. Well, if you're not showing up, you might not want to. You're probably just not wanting to go there. Are you not showing up for a specific reason? Or is it just because you don't want to? Because if it's not because you don't want to, is it because you feel weird about it, or how? Nah, I appreciate love that, Patricia. Thank you. All right, back to you. Well, if there's a pushback, it's probably because it's not aligning with you. So it might not even be a good thing for you to be in at this time. Really, go, talk to yourself about it. Allow yourself to see the reasonings why there's this pushback, because deep down internally, you know why there's a pushback. You're just needing to delve into it and truly see it as what it is. I'm pretty sure. Hold on, doesn't the other thing have that? If I were to go here, would this have it? No, it wouldn't. Unfortunately. Wait, what? Oh, never mind. That's because of the categories. What the fuck? That got me all twisted up. Yeah, so definitely, follow your heart when it comes down to that. Allow yourself to just delve deeper inside of yourself to see what path you're desiring to take. Especially since there is a pullback and restriction to that. No, you're good. That's the whole point, is to have like a space for to do this stuff in. So don't apologize. Like, y'all are allowed to do that. I don't. I'm not getting on to no one for nothing. It's all good. I can read chat pretty fast. Like, even if someone were to ask for like a 2-card pull and the chat got flooded, I'd be able to remember and read the chat again. Like, it wouldn't take me too long. Unfortunately, I used to. I'm gonna say the word unfortunately, but I used to play Apex Legends professionally, so I have really good like eyesight when it comes to looking for certain things. But my eyesight in general is ass. But but I can read stuff really quickly and all that stuff, so no need to apologize, no matter how flooded the chat gets, It's all good. I was like 0.5% of Revenant players before I had to quit, which was really unfortunate. Because now Revenant apparently is one of the worst legends, and I'm kind of sad about that a little bit, because I had so much fun. But yeah, exactly what Daniel said. Don't be sorry for being yourself. Just talk. We got a place to connect. I'm live. If I'm not saying something, someone else better be. That's how I keep it, I could do that, couldn't I? Let me do that then, actually, because that's an idea I could totally do for this. I don't know if I'd be able to do it for the other one or not, though. No, I would be able to. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I try and keep it that way. I can't control what anyone does except for myself, so I don't really have an issue with whatever people do. As long as it's not causing a huge disruption, I'm probably not gonna do a damn thing about it. And we know what a huge disruption is over here. It has nothing to do with talking. It has everything to do with anything else that happens. 10 people is kind of crazy. How do I add things? URL or app? How does that work? That's not at all what I wanted to do. I have to add a URL. Okay, hold on. Am I really allowed to do that? Will it actually work? Yeah, it will. I'll put you at the bottom. Greetings, welcome in, welcome in. That's not what I wanted to open. I wanted to do this. Do I not? Wow, I don't have that? That doesn't exist? Does this exist? Does it exist? It doesn't. Damn. I gotta go log into accounts and do this, huh? I can do that. You know, I just won't worry about that right now. I will worry about that later. Because I'll have to do both of them at once. Definitely begin to work out more, even if, you know, because working out helps move the energy around in your body. It allows you to like free yourself up. So if you need to, if you've been feeling the need to get back and exercise, definitely do that. That is a definite good thing to do. Don't be doing that. Come on. Yeah, 10-minute yoga would do wonders, honestly. Like, either 10-minute yoga or like 15-minute stretches will do wonders, honestly. I've seen you. You can't hide from me. I feel that. I'm sometimes like that too. None of the cards have a grandma on it. Yeah, the balance we seek is movement. What about a star? You mean the star? See if I can find it after all that shuffling. Well, I can't. It's really right there. You mean this one? Sophia? The divine wisdom, the nurturing of both the physical and the spiritual, giving water to both. Other than that, there's a few other cards that have stars on them as well. So it all depends on what you're trying to ask with that. Yeah, kinda. I know what you're talking about. Did I receive your donation? The one on PayPal? Because if so, yes. If you donated anything else, I haven't got a notification for it yet. Yeah, I got the one on PayPal, yeah. I appreciate that love. I appreciate that. I appreciate love that. Oh my God, I'll say it right eventually. I appreciate love that. Much love to you as well. I do my best to teach. It's like, it's what I'm here to do. Is to teach, get people the wisdom, the knowledge that they want. A lot of people don't agree with it, unfortunately, but those are just devils in disguise, and that's on them, and that has nothing to do with me. But it's what I'm here to do, is to break down the dogma of the spiritual belief systems that people have, and to free some people, hopefully, so that they're not stuck in certain things. Yeah, that's the thing. I always enjoy just being authentic, and that's just how it is. I'm not one to put on I don't like putting on a mask and acting a certain way. I'm always just gonna be myself. If I don't have the energy reserved to like be laughy and stuff, I'm probably not gonna do it. Like right now, I don't have energy reserved to like be bombastic and all over the place. I'm gonna just keep it a buck and a bean. Until that kicks in, it kicks in, and for right now, it ain't. I really am unlike others. It's not something that I just say. I really am not like the rest. Like, I don't, I'm not. I don't even try to compare myself to people in that way. I've just noticed it by just the way that I am, the way that I speak, the way that I like. It's just I don't know. My life is not like the rest. Some people got into the spiritual journey because like the divine saved them from something, or that there was a calling that they've had. I've had a calling too. The divine saved me from stuff too. But it's different. It's very different. It's like, oh, it's more than a calling. I don't know what to call it, but it's more than a calling, because we all have a calling and we're all called at different times. But I don't know what it's like, an anointing. I won't even say it's an anointing. It's like even more than that. I don't know what it is. It's just different. But it's not for me to worry about on the flesh. I will worry about that when I'm up in the spirit and I remember all the shit that I forgot. That's all that matters. Getting rich in wisdom is really the only thing that's going to keep you afloat. Because you can have all the money in the world and still be dumb as as dumb as a box of rocks. Well, even a box of rocks would be smarter than you at that point, really. So, as long as you can keep tapped in and keep nourishing yourself on a spiritual level with wisdom, you're good. Like, that's really all that matters. See ya. Take care. Thank you for stopping by. I didn't know Paul streamed. I'm gonna have to agitate him after this. I didn't know that boy streamed. Hold on. What is his name on Twitch? I can go ahead and get that. Oh, I just have to click on it. I'm gonna go ahead and agitate this kid. I'm gonna be sure to agitate him after this. After I leave this stream, I know what I'm doing. I haven't talked to Paul in ages. Then we got the vacuum cleaner. Let's go. Is anyone else needing a 2-card pull? Or wanting to talk about anything? I got time to spend. I got some time to spend to do things. You'd love a read? I got you. Is it on anything in specific, or is it just gonna be, you know, in general? In talking about dreams, I should probably do a stream about that, honestly. I'll definitely do a stream talking about dreams at probably later today. Do you have any like sleeping things? Like, do you move around in your sleep a lot? Because there's multiple reasons behind waking up with bruises in your sleep. Not to just rule it off as an immediate like thing like that. But if not, then we can probably narrow it down to something. But yeah, that could be answered with a few things. Not to just jump immediately and say, "Oh my God, you're being attacked by an entity at night." You know what I mean? There's other reasons too. So I'll definitely have to, like, you know, break that down. But thank you for stopping by. Thank you. I appreciate love that. But Leanne, for your first card, we have the 8 of Pentacles, and this is showing that you're working on something, or you're being called to work on something, and being able to actually put in that focus, that determination. There might need to be a heavier focus. Why are you so loud? Oh my God! Sorry, the music I was listening to just are blaring in my ears. But there's some work that you could be doing or needing to focus on more. Whatever it is, it's something that's going to be worthwhile, with it being the 8 of Pentacles. It's definitely a test to see how far you can actually work with something as well, in that sense. But keeping a steady focus at this time will be the best for you. With the 3 of Pentacles, which is super interesting to come out of the 8 of Pentacles, with it being in reverse, even if it's in upright or reverse, you're working on something, but you're not following the plan. So if you've been experiencing things not working out for you, it's not because you're not doing the right thing. You're not following the plan the right way, which is very interesting the way it comes out. I love these cards when they come out like that, because they have hammer and chisels in them. As you see in the 8 of Pentacles, he has the chisel in his left and the hammer in his right. The chisel is the part that doesn't move, that is the divine, the invisible. The hammer is the one that's doing the action, the masculine, the right hand. But in the 3 of Pentacles, they have the hammer in the left and the chisel in the right, which is showing a backwards knowledge of something. With it being in reverse, there's a plan that you're not following. With the divine plan, the internal message that you're getting isn't being followed through properly. It might be because of some fear of doing it one way, or you just thinking that it's not going to work a specific way. But take time to really dive in and see what you're doing, because your worth ethic is very strong at this time. It's going the way it needs to. There's just a rewriting of a plan that needs to happen, or following the original steps of something. There just needs to be a change in that direction, but your work effort doesn't necessarily need to change. So if you've been feeling steamed out, or like something's not working in that sense, it's just because you're doing things but not in the right way. Like, you're putting the table together, but you're not putting the table together correctly, so it's kind of wibbly wobbly and it's not like as sturdy as it could be. And that's what's going on with that. That's a very interesting read. That's a very interesting 2 cards to come out like that. I love when the cards do that. But definitely just rework how you're doing something. See a deeper meaning of that. Yeah, you're putting the carriage before the horse, basically. But your work ethic, the way you're working on something, the way you're playing, the way you're moving forward with it, is the way that you're supposed to. It's just the plan isn't being followed in the best of ways. So really look at that. That could even mean that you might be working really well, but there's a bit of your work ethic that might need to change as well with the Three of Pentacles reverse. There might be a more morally balanced way for you to work on something that you should choose. You know what I mean? Just choosing the higher road with the work, which again, like the effort that you're putting into it, it's solid. You're doing the right thing. It's just something, you know what I mean? Just little tiny tweaks and stuff. But other than that, that's the read for you. Definitely one of the one of the interesting reads I've done. I haven't seen that happen in a while, honestly. I haven't seen a Eight of Pentacles followed by a Three of Pentacles, inverse or not, in a while. But that's always a fun little read to get. That's always a fun one to look at. How much for a 2-card pull? They're free. They're donation based. You don't have to pay anything. And if you want to, you can for sure. And at that point, it's just whatever you feel. But these are just free little 2 cards. I just felt like doing it. I was kind of called to do it, but I felt like doing it. Instead of doing like collective reads, I'm probably gonna do this. Yeah, of course, Patricia. No worries. No worries. But this is probably what I'm gonna do for like live collective readings. Instead of doing like an actual targeted thing, I'm probably just gonna do like two or 3 card pulls, depending on the day and what the title says for them. I just feel like that's better. Because as you know, it still would be a collective reading, as you would still be able to take advice from the other reads, but it would be more of like a personal thing. So you would actually get what would benefit you as well as other things that might be adjacent to it. But I got you, Patricia. No worries. No worries. Let's see what's going on. So first we have the Fool. There's a leap. There's a new beginning that you're being asked to take or that you're about to embark on. A new journey. You're not fully equipped for it, and you might know this as well. And you might be a little nervous to make it. You might be overthinking about certain things, worried about the dangers around you. But the divine is just asking you to take this leap and have full trust and have full faith. You have everything that you need right now, all the skills, all the equipment that you need right now to make this leap. It's just about doing it right now. And with the moon, again, this is a subconscious thing. You might be blocking yourself subconsciously from taking the sleep. With all the dogs that popping up on the cards, and the dogs represent your rational consciousness. It represents the part of your mind that's warning you of all the dangers, because it's like a guard dog. Think of what dogs do. They bark all the time. Whenever danger's around, they stay very alert and they'll bark and stuff, right? That's what the mind does. It's the same thing. So you might be stopping yourself on a subconscious in a subconscious way, because everything's not as clear as it needs to be. The moon's not a full moon, it's an eclipsed moon for a reason. You're not seeing a full picture of something. There's part of you that's blocking it. So you're needing to delve within those waters and be reborn into a new consciousness, a new way of being, so you can take this leap more effectively. Don't allow the fear to stop you from taking the next steps that you're needing to take, no matter how big or small. They're going to work out for you, and the steps could really even just be a change of your mindset, you know what I mean? But allow yourself the free will to investigate the subconscious realms of yourself and see what's keeping you from that fear. Maybe it's a fear of repeating an old cycle after you take the leap, or however, but allow yourself to have that freedom to investigate those so that you're able to make the leap that you're needing to. I mean, you can not with tarot. I mean, I can channel it for sure, probably, but tarot is not really going to help you with that, unfortunately. You're looking more for like geomancy or something of that nature. I do have a divination coin, but it's best to do research on it truly, and then base it off of that. Honestly. Because at the end of the day, when you're looking at those properties, what's making you want to go to California and what's making you want to go to Idaho? And at that point, you should move forward with whatever benefits you the most in those types of ways. If you're having a confusion of knowing the difference between which property you should choose because you're not sure of like the benefits of moving into both towards yourself in that sort of way, I could do it. I could read that way for you. But in general, tarot would not be the best advice giver for that. Despite popular opinion, honestly. I appreciate that, Yvette. I really do. I appreciate love. I caught myself. There we go. I appreciate love that. Thank you, Yvette. I get on to myself all the time. I'm gonna get it. You're gonna convert. I'm gonna convert. I'm not gonna say appreciate anymore. It's gonna be appreciate love everywhere. But definitely for that. That would be the best benefit for you. If you're willing to go the route of seeing like the best benefit for that, we can do it that way. But just reading up on which property is the best, definitely just doing the actual research for that would be the best case. Okay, so let me try. Let me do it this way. Since you just said that, because you having this attachment to the California property because of the person on the physical, that can definitely be picked up on. But the property themselves might not be able to be, so transparent with it. So we could do something on that for sure. And it wouldn't be, is this person right for me or not? It would be the reasoning why you would feel like the California property would be an option with that connection on the physical. Why you would feel drawn, or what's going on in the internal system, in the soul and the spirit that's causing that draw towards it. But we can definitely look at that. So the first card we have is the Two of Pentacles. Obviously, there's this there's a time for being rational and there's a time for not, in a sense. And it's not necessarily trying to be rational with it, but there's a time to really have a more grounded look. You're not needing to look at the physical benefits of these things right now. You're needing to be more internalized. What's going to actually benefit you the most, rather than being attached to something on the physical, especially if you are feeling pulled apart from one individual or another individual and moving to places. It's most of what's going to benefit you. Don't worry about who's on the physical that you're going to be attached to there, because that could fall apart at any point. What you're looking for is a permanent solution for stability, and that can't be happening within the flesh, because the flesh will always change, and sometimes the flesh will not be what you desire it to be. So at this time, don't carry those ideas right now. Don't carry the idea of, well, should I move here because of this person, or should I move there because of that person? That's going to be too much for you to carry. That's going to be something that the divine's going to work on when you make that decision fully. So don't base it off of how you feel about the people. Base it off of what you desire to move towards. Is the area of California going to be beneficial toward you in the sense of making things of ease of access, or is it going to be Idaho that's going to allow you to do that because of like the rural areas? All these things that you're going to have to like think about first before you start worrying about the actual person being there that you're being traced to, right? If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, and it'll happen within a future context for sure. But right now, if you're really worrying about like wanting to move to a location or not, or even not moving at all, really focus on how you're feeling and get that balance regained with you, so you're not throwing things out of whack for yourself and ending up in a situation that isn't going to be of benefit to you or even anyone involved. So really investigate it on that point of view moving forward. But yeah, I got you. No worries. No worries. I like to inform my courts about what's going on within a reading before they get one, because a lot of readers won't. And that's like a huge issue for me. Because like, it doesn't matter how tapped into spirit you are, someone can make a mistake last second or make a misstep or choose a different path last second that rewrites everything, and it ain't gonna be much help. You know, even if it's not even you, it could literally be a force outside of you that ends up moving differently, and then things are gonna change. Nothing's set in stone until it actually happens, you know. You know what's gonna happen at the end of the day, but it's not gonna be set in stone for when it's gonna happen. You'll know what's gonna happen for sure though, just not, you know, when or how. Because that's all, with the when and the how, that's all the rational mind, where it wants to gauge all these things to feel more secure and more safe in the moment being. But you already know what's going to happen, so allow yourself to. Yeah, no, it's I don't really know the full situation, but I can understand how it can be pretty a pretty tricky situation. Just, you know, but definitely. I do my best for the guidance. I always try to. I take a lot of respect to my Kemetic and Gypsy ancestors when it comes down to divination. So I really do my best to like keep it as close to home as possible. But yeah, if no one else is needing a little mini reading, I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna do some other stuff, and I'll be back later, and we'll talk about dreams. Let me write that down actually, so I don't forget about it. I'll keep it like that. I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, stay focused on your art, and even then, like, read your art, because sometimes when you are in that flow state, your subconscious will leak onto the art that you're making, and it will expose what you're desiring even more in that sense. But yeah, I'm gonna go end it here. I'm gonna go do some stuff. I'm gonna be back later, probably in like 4 hours, so like 6 EST. But regardless, thank you all for being here. Thank you for all the donations. Thank you for all the chats, the good vibes in here. I greatly appreciate all of it. I love each and every one of you all, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever, and I'll see you all later.